Hey everybody, we are getting ready to fix some dinner and I have already got the meatloaf complete. I cooked it in the crock pot today and I made a video of how I did that in the crock pot. I love making meatloaf in the crock pot, and then I finish it off in the oven. So it'll be part one and part two of the videos in the crock pot and then the part in the oven. So be sure to watch that once I load them up. But I'm going to go ahead. I got can of corn here. We are going to have some corn tonight. We are going to have some mashed potatoes. I'm cooking the potatoes out of the garden. They're in here. Ooh, that pan is hot. I better scoot this pan back a little bit. I just touched it. All right, so, and I put seasonings, I forgot to say in the video, but I did put nature seasoning all over this when I put it in the crock pot before I put the lid on it. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on our corn. I'm just going to heat the corn up in the microwave. And we are going to put some butter in it. And I'm about ready to get the mashed potatoes going. I'll stick this up in the microwave. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the potatoes off. I'm going to drain this water off of them, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to mash them. Alright, my butter is cold because I just got out of the refrigerator. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some of this butter in this dish and melt that, and then I'm going to put my hot potatoes in on top of it. But I don't want the cold butter to bring the temperature of the mashed potatoes down. Alright, as soon as that melts, I got my potatoes right here. I strain them. These are fresh potatoes out of the garden. I cut them up and just boil them with a little bit of salt in the water. Alright, let's see if this is, well, it's a little bit. It's softened, so it'll be good enough. I'm going to pour these hot potatoes right on them. Ooh, I love potatoes any way I can get it, y'all. Close that. Well, let me put my corn back up here. I cook my corn. All right, I'm just going to mash them by hand. This is from Pampered Chef. It's a potato masher, and it folds up actually so you can put it in your cabinet. So I'm just going to go ahead and start mashing these down. I'm just going to do them by hand tonight. Sometimes I put them in the mixer if I have a big bowl to mix up, but I'm just going to do them by hand tonight. Cream them up like that. Sometimes I just put butter and nothing else. Sometimes I add a little milk. Just depends. Alright, we're going to go ahead and salt and pepper these before I forget. And that is going to be supper tonight. We are having meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and corn. And we have some light bread here. Sometimes we have what we call butter bread. You just take some butter, spread it on your white bread, and we call that butter bread. Alright, these are a little thick. I'm going to put a little bit of milk in them. And yeah, that milk's cold, but that'll be alright. If it gets them too cold, I'll microwave them again. All right, I think I'm gonna get a spoon and get that. Some of the potatoes I left the skin on. It makes it so good. Gotta clean it off, right? Before I put it in the sink. Let me wash my hands real quick. All right, let's get this stirred up here. And we'll be ready to eat. Tony's at the garage. As soon as he gets up here, we will be ready. Mashed taters, y'all. Mashed up taters and corn. When I was growing up, we would always, if Mom made meatloaf, we always had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and corn. And we lived in Ohio then. And I would take it and mix it all up on the plate and call it Chinese. Y'all, I didn't even know what Chinese food was. I must have seen something on TV. I don't know. We never ate Chinese as a kid. But we would just do that. We would always mix up the meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and corn and call it Chinese. That's some crazy kids. All right. That's our dinner for tonight. I'm ready to call Tony.